The Samaritans was started in London back in 1953 by the charismatic priest Chad Vara. The Cornwall Centre opened in Truro in 1970, and our reporter Mike Dees went along to speak with William, their Publicity and Mentoring Manager, and Paul, Deputy Director of Outreach for Cornwall.
Chad Vara was a reverend, and he had to officiate at the burial of a young girl of 14, and when he was talking to various people he discovered this girl had ended her own life. And it was when he looked into why she'd ended her life that he realised that she hadn't had the opportunity to talk to anyone about things, and that if she had had that opportunity, she might well have not taken her life.
William, the organisation quickly established itself throughout Britain. When did it find its way to Cornwall?
We came down to Cornwall in 1970. Public donation, public subscription bought us a building. We've been in Cornwall ever since.
Paul, since 1970, how many people have availed of the services of the Samaritans here in Cornwall?
Well, I could give you an exact figure, obviously, but many, many, many thousands. For example, just last month we had over 3,500 contacts into the Truro office alone.
William, how do people contact the Samaritans in Cornwall?
They can contact us by phone, they can email us, they can turn up in person at the branch for a face-to-face discussion, or we're introducing SMS so they can text us and we'll reply by text. But the important point to make is that however a person contacts Cornwall Samaritans, it's entirely confidential. What you say to the Samaritans stays with the Samaritans.
Paul, what are the main inquiries that you receive from the public?
People contact us about absolutely anything. It can be money issues, especially at the moment with the credit crunch. It can be domestic issues, domestic violence, abuse. It may be somebody who's feeling right at the end of their tether. Perhaps they've been bereaved and they're feeling like ending their life. A whole host of things.
Is the credit crunch a major problem at the moment here in Cornwall for many of the people that call you?
People come onto the telephone and they might not necessarily talk about money issues, but in the background I think the credit crunch is having an impact on a lot of people, and it's spilling over into other areas of their lives, causing emotional distress in other areas of their lives.
William, what does the outreach comprise?
Outreach is reaching out to the community. For example, on Tuesdays between 11 and 2 we're at the Drop-In and Share Centre in Camborne, and there we're meeting homeless people, for example, travellers, people who are lonely, people who want company, and we're there for them as Samaritans.
Yeah, it gives us an opportunity to engage with people who might not normally call Samaritans in the normal manner or contact us in the normal manner. We're spreading our net much wider. We're also talking to the NHS staffs about going into A&E at Trillisk on a Friday and Saturday evening, and those negotiations are ongoing. And I think they're very keen to have us up there to provide our service.
If you need to contact the Samaritans, their telephone number is 08457 909090. That's 08457 909090. You can also email jo@samaritans.org, jo@samaritans.org. And if you'd like to visit, the address in Truro is 19 Triu Road. This community interest feature has been a Hearsay production for Cornwall Online Radio, presented by Mike Dees and directed by Julian Rowe.